I'm going to be going over the top 10 most enjoyable platinum trophies I've gotten so far. And I have 132 platinum trophies in total. Number 10. First on the list is Ratchet & Clank: A Crack in Time. Ratchet & Clank is one of my favorite game series of all time. I have played every game since I was a kid. When A Crack in Time first came out, I basically didn't want to do anything else but play this game until I finished it. Also, this is the first Ratchet game with trophies, and because I always finish Ratchet games 100%, I naturally popped the platinum without even trying, like I wasn't chasing it or anything, it just happened. Another big reason why this game is on my list is because it was my first platinum trophy I've ever gotten. It was 2013, and you know, platinum trophies back then were a lot more rare and tougher to acquire. I mean, Sony didn't even allow every game to have a platinum trophy, so. By the way, things like difficulty of the game or time to platinum didn't play a factor when choosing these picks. This list is solely based off enjoyment and how much I didn't want to put the game down when I was playing it. Number 9. Next on the list is Fallout 3. This was the first open world RPG I have ever played. Before that, it was like only Call of Duty and Halo. Man, this one just blew me away. I had no idea a game can be so open like that. Remember, this is 2008, so it was like a long time ago. I was only used to like level-based games, you know? So when I got this platinum trophy in 2020, it just brought back all those memories of me playing it as a kid for the first time, and I just loved every second of it. So that's why this game made it on the list. Number 8. Wolfenstein 2 is next. This is another game that I just couldn't put down as soon as I picked up. This game felt really good to play, like the controls and everything were perfect. Other than this quick turn feature that got me killed a couple of times during some My Lieben runs. I know I said I wasn't gonna talk about difficulty, but Wolfenstein 2 is the first 10 out of 10 platinum trophy I've ever gotten. And so when I pulled that off, like it felt unbelievably good. Like the dopamine was through the roof, man. Even though I love this game, I still wouldn't recommend it to any trophy hunter out there because it is a 10 out of 10 and it will sit incomplete on your trophy list. So if you care about that, don't go for this game. But if you don't, I recommend you play this. Number 7. Up next is Crash Team Racing. This is hands down the best kart racing game to exist. I mean, it's actually perfect and it plays perfect. There's this drift boost mechanic in the game and it is so satisfying to get like really good at it because it's possible to like boost indefinitely. Honestly, if you want this platinum trophy, you kind of need to learn this skill because there's time trials in this game and you really aren't gonna beat them without this boosting mechanic. Honestly, I kind of wish they made a second CTR Nitro Field. Just give me the same game with different maps and different story mode, but the same mechanics because it's perfect already. Number 6. The first Uncharted game is next. What makes getting the platinum trophy for Uncharted so great is the fact that you don't need a guide really to figure things out or to find all the collectibles. So you're not going like back and forth between your computer or your phone and the game. There is a difficulty trophy in the game. You have to beat it on crushing, but honestly, that wasn't so hard. There was one level that I got stuck on, and like I actually quit the game for like a whole year before I came back to it and decided like, okay, I'm gonna finish the game now. But other than like one level, it's really not that bad to beat it on crushing. Every single trophy hunter should be able to get this platinum trophy for sure. Number 5. Now we are getting into the good stuff, baby. Up next is The Evil Within. The trophy requirements in this game are actually pretty nuts. First off, there's a speedrun trophy that you have to get, and yeah, It may not be the hardest speedrun in the world, but you still have to play pretty efficient. Then there's a trophy for beating it on a difficulty setting that makes it so you die in a single hit no matter what. Like, you can take a hit from the weakest enemy and you will die. But despite the difficulty, there was no point in this game where I felt like I wanted to quit. Like, I never got burnt out. I just kept always wanting to play until I got the platinum. Let me just warn you now that if you're gonna go for the Evil Within's platinum trophy and you actually get it, it's going to give you an uncontrollable boner. Number 4. Next on the list is Spelunky 2. This has to be one of the most unique games like ever created. Before playing it, I expected it to be like a typical platformer, right? But man, was I wrong. Basically, you start off in some caves fighting some moles to ending up in a futuristic city fighting some aliens. But then you end up in space fighting cosmic jellies. But it's getting to the cosmic ocean that's crazy. First, you have to find this hidden bow and then give it to this hidden guy. Like, he's literally hidden in a wall. Then you have to play through the game in a very specific way so that you can access these hidden worlds at the end of the game. Find the guy you gave the bow to, and then you have to complete this extremely hard challenge to get this light arrow for the bow. And then at the very end of the game, you have to fight this secret boss. And once you kill him, and if you have the bow and the light arrow, you fire that shit into his eye, and it opens a portal to the cosmic ocean. And it is literally one of the hardest trophies like in the world, man. I'm not even kidding. Another thing you would not ever expect to be in this game is you can find an eggplant, and this is a trophy too. This is a trophy. You need to find an eggplant, which is the most fragile thing in the game. Like, even if you drop it an inch, that shit will burst. So you take this eggplant like halfway through the game, find a special altar to put it on, and it summons an eggplant child, and you get a trophy. It may look like a typical platformer at first glance, but I promise you, it's not. Number 3. Up next is Bloodborne. I mean, what can I say about Bloodborne? I feel like most trophy hunters actually have this platinum, so you know what I mean when I say it's such an amazing game. Personally, I think Bloodborne is the best From Software game. Well, at least out of the ones I've played so far. I really like the fact that you're just kind of forced to play really offensive in this game. Like, there's no blocking like there is in Dark Souls. Like, I pretty much just hid behind a shield the whole time there. And in Elden Ring, I just use magic, which just completely obliterates bosses. So that game was actually pretty easy to platinum. But in this game, you're kind of just forced to play super offensive. And I just really like that. I really hope that one day we get a second Bloodborne game. Number 2. Next on the list is Cuphead. I think Cuphead is a game that you either love or hate it, and I just love it, man. It's just another one of those games that feels really good to play. Like, you can just pick it up and understand the controls almost immediately. And there was only one trophy that I really didn't like getting, and that was the Pacifist trophy, where you have to like beat these 5 levels, not in a row or anything, but you have to beat these 5 levels without using your gun. And the whole game's like designed around using your gun, so I had trouble with that one. But the rest of the game was just perfect. I typically don't play DLCs. Like, I'll just get the platinum and move on. But with this game, I was like not ready to be done. I needed more bosses and more trophies to get, man. Honestly, I still feel that way. So give me a Cuphead 2. I want to play a Cuphead 2. Before I get to number 1, I just want to go over some honorable mentions like Skyrim. It was either Skyrim or Fallout, but I just like how much more simpler Fallout is over Skyrim. Elden Ring almost made the list, but I had a rule where I can only put one From Software game here, so Bloodborne took the cake. Believe it or not, Super Meat Boy almost made this list. Like, I actually enjoyed that game up until I had to do Impossible Boy. Once I had to attempt Impossible Boy, I just hated that experience. I hated everything about that game, and I just wanted it to be over. In reality, there's only a few platinum trophies I really didn't enjoy getting because I just love trophy hunting so much. But none of them, nothing I've ever gotten compares to this next game I'm about to talk about. Listen, if you like watching platinum trophy content on YouTube, then subscribe because I get the platinum trophies for the hardest games. Number 1. And my absolute favorite platinum experience is Hollow Knight. Everything about this game is perfect. The art, the story, the style, the combat, literally everything is so perfect. One of my favorite things about Hollow Knight is the sense of discovery. Like, there are so many different paths and places to explore. The gameplay never feels old or gets boring. It really gives you that ease of playing the game how you want and like the way you want because, like I said, there's a lot of different paths and ways you can go, so the game's not really linear, but since you can't miss anything, it doesn't matter. And the boss fights are probably some of the best like ever created in the entire world. Fortunately, this is the game that's getting a sequel, so I will get a chance to get more Hollow Knight and get more Hollow Knight trophies, man. Alright, thank you for watching, and leave a like if you like my list, and let me know what your favorite Platinum Trophy experiences were. If you're curious about the other Platinum Trophies I have, you can check out my entire list here.